shatia maya katia ra kotera moya shatia moya katia ero moya katera maya shatia katora era katetera shatura moya kati era katiam. Welcome friends, welcome back to the channel, welcome to the channel. I'm hopefully gonna kind of quiet down some of the wind with my fancy little wind thing here. So I wanted to share a message that came through from the Earth Dragons, and this was really a very unique and special experience for me because I don't generally know who or what is coming through, and that's kind of been the understanding, right, that to just simply receive, to allow and receive, knowing it's part of the collective whole. And so when the Earth Dragons came through with the light language transmission that I posted, you can check it out here, I'll also link it in the description. A big part of it was that within that transmission there was a grounding frequency for the collective, and there was individual frequencies for individuals. So it really was helping to ground at the individual level and the collective level, specifically grounding us in whatever way that we need it, right? So maybe you just need some grounding in the moment, grounding into your body, into your breath, grounding into who you truly are. And that is the crux of this particular message that came through that I feel very strongly to share at this time. So the message was that the duality, let me preface this first actually. So my understanding of this is that it is a layer, right? It is a layer amongst many, many layers of the collective, which again is a reflection, micro, macro, macro, micro, of the message as well, how the individuals create the collective. So this is a layer of understanding, and my understanding, at least at this time, is that other layers come through different people, come through different channels, avenues, knowings, to reflect back that it is a collective effort, right? Also knowing that it is an entry point of understanding. It is not the end-all be-all. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Just notice that for yourself. It's a way of knowing yourself, right? So just notice, does this or does this not? Take that as information for better understanding yourself. So the message is that the earth holds the duality, holds that energy. And the more extreme we get within the dualities, the more extreme that energy is in the earth, which also contributes to these really extreme weather patterns and natural disasters we're seeing. There is this natural, balanced, grounded energy of the earth, and even if you want to look at it from a scientific perspective, the Schumann resonance, right? But there's this balanced energy, and everyone has their own unique balanced energy, just like the earth. Fortunately, most people have never experienced that to even know what it is. And the more that people are in more of a disharmonious state, right, the more they're disconnected from self, the more they're disconnected from others, from the planet, from all that there is, then that energy is reflected back to us. The earth holds that energy. It's holding all that discordant energy because the earth is amazing. Amazingly loving and powerful and wise. It's holding all of that. And a lot of what we're seeing, right, is a reflection back to us of that discordant energy. And what I loved about this message was, I don't know about you, but I always feel like, what can I do? What can I do to change the weather? What can I do, right, to change these really global, big, big issues? And the message here, and this is not really like new, right? This is talked about in many different ways. But the message was that you need to connect with who you truly are. You need to allow your unique and purposeful expression to shine. And when the individuals shine in their own unique expressions, right, that allows the collective to shine in its own unique, balanced expression of what is. And everything is, right? The discordant energy, the balanced energy, it's all part of it. But the more we can step into who we truly are, the more we can connect with self, allow our full, unique, purposeful expression to shine, it then creates the whole, right? That will help shift the discordant energy into a more balanced energy, not only helping to soften the extreme weather patterns. And again, take this all with a grain of salt. I'm trying to take it all with a grain of salt, but it will soften. And if you think about it just from like a logistical perspective, right? When we think about climate change, whether you believe in it or not, there's no denying that the weather is unlike it used to be. Trying to pause for a chainsaw in the background. I don't know if it's going to pick up here. So I lost my train of thought. So so looking at it from a logistical perspective, all right, the chainsaw is going to be there. It's going to be there. It just is, friends. It's part of the whole. I'm allowing it to be. So logistically, right, if you think about things that we know are impacting the shifts in the weather, climate change, whether or not you believe it or not, right, again, stuff is changing. If you look at, say, like factory farming, right, we know that it's contributing, and there's a discordance with that, right? It's guys is helping the masses and feeding the masses, but it's not honoring the land. It's not healthy for the environment, the animals. Goodness gracious, the animals and the humans that work in these factories. And then even consuming it, we keep seeing all these bacterial outbreaks in the meat, right? So it's really something that's helping a few and not the collective. And so when we look at it from an individual perspective, again, a lot of this is very macro, micro, micro, macro. So it just kind of depends on your own perspective and entry point into it. If those people shift, if they shift into their full expression, what might that do in these industries that are also impacting the environment, impacting the land, impacting the animals, the humans? So again, I know this is not new, right? None of this is new. It's just coming in from a different angle. But the crux of this is that when and if we can each uniquely step into who we truly are, and I know that's not necessarily even in the journey of each soul in this lifetime, and I think it's important to respect each soul's journey and expression. And that's going to come in a later video when we talk about comparison and hierarchies, but allowing things to be as they are, right? Not judging it, not fearing it, not hating it, not othering from it. That's their journey. Allow them to be on their journey, yeah? So when everyone can step into, and I've heard people talk about there's a percentage, right? That just like a percentage needs to get there, and that will then impact the whole, which also makes a lot of sense. And even if people aren't, necessarily supposed to come into their full expression in this lifetime, maybe they kind of get a better understanding of what it is than they would have. I feel myself going off onto tangents, so I am going to wrap this up. The crux of the message, right? The earth is holding all this discordant energy because of the disconnection from self, from others, from the land, from all that there is. The more we can connect in whatever level you can, right? At whatever level is accessible. And I actually think too, see my tangent coming, I actually think AI is going to be huge with this, because it's actually going to give people the time and the space to do this work. And I have all these like interesting, I'll do a video about it. I'll do a video about it, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested. But yes, the more disconnection, the more discordant energy, the more havoc we're seeing. And we're seeing that played out on all different levels, but this specifically were the earth dragons, talking about the earth itself. So if this resonates, cool. If this doesn't resonate, cool. If you know of other layers to this, if you know of people talking about other layers, please share that in the comments. We are a community, we are a collective. Please share any thoughts, anything that's coming up around this for you in the comments. Please feel free to share if anyone you know might resonate with this. Of course, subscribe, like, all the algorithm stuff. But yeah, that's what came through. I know that there's a deeper understanding that will come in time with this, and so I will expand upon this in time. And I have lots more coming up the pipeline because it's just like flowing. So yes, until next time, friends. And if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate that. Until next time, friends. Oh. Well, there we go. Until next time, friends.